Alright.
Okay.
It's starting to record.
What?
Oh gosh.
That is from my mom. Apparently when she was growing up, there was a TV show, a radio show called Junior Birdman. And there was a song, it was, up in the air, Junior Birdman. Up in the air and upside down. Up in the air, Junior Birdman. Get your feet up off the ground. So yes, we all just did Junior Birdman.
I like it.
Right. But we did not do that when we had a Eric Okra in our party. Okay.
We did not.
Aw. So sad.
That's because he was a full Birdman, not a Birdman Junior.
Exactly.
Okay. So from over here, you guys are observing. So you do notice that there are about a half a dozen dugout canoes pulled up to land over here, all along this area. You guys, we'll just say you guys pulled your canoes over here, so they didn't quite see you coming up the river. You see, mostly looks like lizard folk come over here, and they seem to be, you know, they come and go throughout the day. They seem to sometimes train and grab out large, giant lizards that seem to be in the stable. It seems to be a stable here. They seem
Can we get more pets?
Maybe.
Giant lizards, like horse-sized lizards?
They ride on them, yes. So you see them train with them, and sometimes one will just jump on one and they'll ride off in probably this direction. Or maybe it's this way.
It's lizards folk riding lizards.
Yes.
Okay.
Giant lizards. And then sometimes you see the lizard folk seem to come and go from this direction. You also notice over on this bank a different type of creature that looks like kind of a humanoid frog creature. And they seem to come in, and they're in large numbers. There seems to be a lot of them over here. More than the lizard folk that you've seen wandering around, at least in this area.
Are they tall or short, or are they like actual people sized? This with frog heads?
They are. I mean, they're medium creatures, so they're.
Are they cool?
Okay, there's more of them than the lizard folk?
Yes.
What?
From what you can, at least from here, there may be more lizard folk inside the castle. You don't know, just from this perspective. You also notice large pools of water, standing water dotting the landscape. You notice that from what you can see, there's tangled brush and trees growing within 20 feet of the walls of the castle. So from here you can see that there's some castle over here. And there appears to be some standing water around the castle. But there's lots of trees and brush growing around here.
Do the frog folk tend to interact with the lizard folk?
They do.
Does it seem friendly?
It's hard to tell.
I mean, we might not be close enough, but do we know, like, what language are they speaking? Are they speaking, like, Draconic, or are they speaking Common?
You're not close enough.
Not close enough? Okay.
Are they speaking French?
They're speaking French.
The frogs.
Oh yeah, I'm digging it.
Did you hear the frogs?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, perfect. So I was like, I'll just go with swamp sounds. So yeah, and you do notice there's actually little frogs hopping around. You actually notice there's some giant frogs hopping around too, generally up in this area.
Like frogs, not frog folk?
Yes, giant frogs. Giant frogs.
Are the frog folk riding the giant frogs?
Sometimes.
I don't know why this makes me so happy.
I think there might be dinosaurs.
We're not in cult.
Are we living in the land of the lost?
Maybe. I don't know.
We don't know.
You don't know.
Living in the land of the lost.
Hi, Bean.
I'm the only person who remembers that show.
That was a good show.
Idea for a campaign.
Of course, I was never allowed to watch it because my parents were unreasonable.
What was wrong with Land of the Lost?
I have no clue. Like,
Dinosaurs are a test from God. I don't know. I got nothing.
like, why did my parents do anything? Who knows?
Maybe the show was too spicy.
Probably.
Oh, and just in case, probably pretty obvious, that this whole area is very swamp-like. Oh God, Bean. Can you see him?
Yep. And
He just jumped up and knocked over my wine glass, but thankfully it's empty. So I put like a little drop in there.
well, give him some too, and then
He
You
just
won't
jumped
worry
back
about that.
down.
because he'll be flying around drunk, like those elephants that were going around Reddit the other day. That was great.
All right. So we're observing. Do we see any? I'll take a watch. I have night vision, so I can take night watches if we get into it too.
And
I just kind of want to see if there are any supplies, and then I would like Effie, if she can, if it's within her ability, to make a laxative of some sort, and we just slide it into a delivery, and then it, you know.
I want to
Lucky just holds up the last of the drugs.
we want this stuff to go to the guards.
While we're observing them, can I observe like the different facial structures of the lizard folk and the frog folk, and kind of like how they interact with each other, their postures and whatnot, so I can better, if I decide to disguise self as one of them, I can better.
You can.
Okay.
I would like just to.
Well,
I should have had you do this earlier. Can I have you guys roll like a hide check real quick just to see how well you guys are hiding over in that area?
Give me a stealth.
Yeah, like a stealth check.
Oh, thank God.
17.
I rolled an 18 plus whatever my stealth is.
18.
Okay.
I rolled a 20, then remembered I have to roll a disadvantage. So I rolled a 3.
Oh no! Do I have to roll with disadvantage at split mail?
If you keep wearing your armor, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I rolled another 18.
Okay.
That's
So
weird.
you, as far as you guys can tell, nobody's noticed you.
Wild magic. No? All right.
Lucky almost stepped on a frog, but luckily the frog hopped away just in time. So
Oh, sorry, little buddy.
he didn't see it, strangely.
I was too busy noticing. I was too busy trying to figure out how the river was flowing.
Yeah. So the
How is
river,
it flowing?
it's flowing
In a direction.
northward. So you guys were going with the stream current. Because this is north. North is over here.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, you can go ahead and study their structures. I will say you can't see far enough to get anybody over here. The closest you can get is maybe somebody who happens to be walking, like one of the lizard folks that's walking this way, and one of the frog-like people that are walking this way. If you guys want, let's see here, who would know this? Probably not Saga or Effie. Gabriella and Lucky, you can roll history checks to see if you know what the creatures, frog-like creatures, are over here.
I do not.
20.
Gabriella, you have read a fairy tale, strangely enough. You remember your dad actually telling you about frog-like creatures. And it wasn't a natural 20, right?
Natural 20.
It was a natural 20?
Was a natural 20.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't entirely matter on skill checks, but okay.
No, yeah, it doesn't.
But I like to take it into account. I might give you like a smidge extra. But you beat the DC for sure. So these creatures, your dad always called them bullywugs.
Bullywug?
Bullywugs. They are known to be very numerous, and of course they hang out with the giant frogs. They tend to live in swamp areas. They're known to be fairly cowardly in small numbers, but overall they're none too bright.
Okay.
There were numerous tales about tricking them.
You said they're in like small groups. Was this like unusual behavior for them to be this many in an area?
No, they do normally hang out in large groups.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying, if you happen to catch,
One, there's more somewhere around.
yeah, if there were a small group hanging around, that would be more unusual. They tend to hang out in great numbers. They're like, oh shoot, what did they call them in Star Wars?
Ewoks?
Sand people?
Oh, Jawas.
Jawas, yeah, they're like Jawas.
Okay.
Are they, does she know if they have any like traits? Are they like mercenaries, or what would make them be like Emma? Would you have any idea?
They tend to be, trying to think how to word this. They're not mercenaries. They tend to be, they believe in like magic and,
Are they like superstitious?
yeah, they're superstitious.
Okay.
They, sorry, I don't want to give you like too much about them, but they tend to be superstitious and believe in,
So maybe the stories are like they're being tricked, or something like that to get them, and because they're kind of fearful or cowardly, they can be scared away from things using superstition or like mystical things.
Yes, mystical is the word I was looking for. They believe in mystical things. They have a shamanistic type culture.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
I was like, all I could think of is the word magic, and I'm like, it's close to the word magic, but not
I
quite.
got you. Okay. So the bullywugs are kind of mystic, and then what do we know about the third folk again, other than they're jerks?
You know that they are and this is from last week, or the week before, I guess. They are a bit more of a disciplined, more of a mercenary lifestyle. They like shiny things, which we discovered just from the bodies they had left, when you examine their bodies at the camp after you had murdered them.
Murder is such a strong word. We tried not to kill them.
I mean, in your defense, they did attack you. So.
All right.
To be.
But they're not trusting. Bullywugs aren't known to be very trusting either.
You okay?
AFK 1 sec. I'm gonna go refill my wine.
All right.
Same.
Put your pickles on the thing. Oh.
Okay. All right, back.
All right. And how many are there?
A lot. There are I mean, you can't count precisely because they're in and out and you can't, tell faces. But it looks like there are hundreds of bullywugs and a few less lizard folk. And you do notice that you can't get like a perfect look at this area, but there appear to be guards at this door.
At which door?
This door.
Okay.
This appears to be an entrance into the castle.
So are the lizard folks really hanging down in that one area near the gate, and then the top part of the screen for the bullywugs?
Yes, the bullywugs seem to be hanging out mostly up here.
Okay.
And the lizard folk seem to be hanging out mostly here.
Okay.
There's also, sorry, I'll bring this down a little more lizard folk. I guess you probably can't see them. Maybe you can see a little bit of a house right here. Like if you walk along the edge here. So it looks like there might be more structures down there.
Can we march around and get to the castle from the water side?
Well, we're already across the right.
But if we go down, right?
Down here?
Go around the camp and approach from the water side, I can cast Water Walk on us.
Yeah.
On all of us?
I'm going to have to spend spell slots, but yeah.
Well, no, I mean, you can do it ritually.
Actually,
Takes
That
10 minutes to cast the ritual, it's a 30 minutes.
well, you can, no, it's an hour. So you only have to do it once.
Oh, it's, no, that's 8, never mind.
And this behind me is the castle you see.
ooh. What if we put on the horse again, and you and I ride the horse, and I mean, it's a war horse. We could potentially have maybe one other person.
I mean, we're the ones in armor.
True.
Getting around would be hard.
Yeah.
But you and I could ride it, and then I could cast it on
Us too.
y'all too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd work.
How many people can his horse carry?
How many people can what?
His horse carry.
Comfortably 2. 3 probably including you because you're so small.
So
You might be able to fit 4 on, but the 4th person's going to be very uncomfortable and holding on for their dear life.
So someone with good decks.
Yeah, because they'd be at the back of the horse and.
So that's me.
Yeah.
I could ride on Lucky's shoulders.
Well,
no,
no,
I could. If I have the shield in one hand, you could ride on the shield.
But then you're riding with your arm out like this.
Well, I'd be like, I'd have one hand on the reins and one on the shield, and like have it resting. It's like a defensive riding.
All right.
And I'm
As
only
opposed to
allowing
riding with
that
the sword.
because he has such a big horse. You've got like one of those battle horses, so
A war horse.
they're very large. So
Made by Steven Spielberg.
and no one else is a large character, so
All right. Can we walk around and see?
yeah, sure.
And how long is that walk going to take us, you think?
A while.
Can I rest on Lucky and try and switch out and add augury?
I'd
Well,
say it'll probably take you a couple hours to walk. Are you walking all the way around or just around to one side?
I thought we were just going to go down out of sight, walk across the water, and then.
Well, we got to walk
Come
around the whole community, so I don't know how far that is.
So you want to walk south around the community?
I'm thinking, yeah.
Okay. And then you want to walk like this way?
Yeah. So you get into
I mean,
the
from a distance, obviously. And then eventually, theoretically, if you get out of sight,
approach from the water.
approach from the water. Okay.
Okay.
I asked because I kind of want to rest and take augury and see before we go and see if that's a good idea or a bad idea.
Okay. So we'll say that'll take you probably about an hour because you gotta go quite a distance around the other side, like backwards, and then around the other side, and then dip back in. So about an hour.
Okay.
So you do this thing. Give me like a quick stealth check for Velvet Crusader.
Okay.
Alright.
My bonus ritual.
14 plus Dex, right?
Mm-hmm.
15.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure Velvet Crusader doesn't just
Clomp around.
face plant into the mud or something. Which would be fun, but
And the
okay.
party drowns.
Yeah, and your pony drowns. Poof, everybody falls.
Us as a party, because if we're walking on the water.
Yeah.
Wearing
Okay,
heavy armor.
so you walk. So you and Velvet Crusader walk around. You get to the side of the castle. You notice. You do notice the other. I will bring this down. You do notice the other huts over here.
Mm-hmm.
through the trees as you're passing by.
I don't. I'm asleep.
As you come around here, you do notice there is a lack of camps at this point, but it is there are a lot of trees in the way. It's a highly forested area. It does appear to be fortified all the way around. These are windows.
Windows? We can go through windows.
I got boots of spider climb.
Well, but these are more like those very small windows that...
Arrow slots.
Yeah, arrow slot windows. So they're not really meant for people to get through.
Well, she is a gnome.
She is a gnome, but she's also a gnome in armor. She might be able to fit through, but it is...
Yeah.
I can't do it by myself.
You have like no, I have earthbound just in Birmingham.
I could climb up and get us onto the roof, and we could kick our way through the roof.
Yeah, well, I guess
The weakest point in the building.
You could climb up and tie a rope, yeah.
Good. You do notice at this point... I don't want to reveal too much stuff. We'll go to here. So, there are some towers here.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I want to make sure I tell you correctly.
Is the half dome that we see in the kind of bottom center, is that a part of a tower or is that like a courtyard?
Where? Here?
No, in the
Here?
bottom. Yeah, right there. Is that a part of a tower or is that like a garrison like courtyard type thing?
It's like a garrison like courtyard.
Okay. So there's no roof on that. Well, there might be a roof, but it won't be very big. Those squares are probably support beams of something. But it's not going to be the same roof as on the castle proper.
Are there any slits for dungeons or anything?
Slits for dungeons.
Anywhere where there would be like light going into a dungeon?
Sewer holes, that sort of thing.
Not that you can tell. It looks like mostly arrow slits from what you can see.
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Are we able to observe if there are guards on the towers and when they come and go, figure that out? I'm assuming they're guards. Maybe at night by the entrance.
Yep.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find something. Okay.
And they may not be guarding the side facing the swamp because it's facing the swamp.
Or guarding lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you do notice, oh no, you wouldn't notice it from here. Yeah, you just see towers there. You do see guards on the top of the towers, and there's like a pathway here. You see guards at the top.
Mm-hmm.
You do note that the castle is tall, so there's multiple stories.
Okay, here's the plan. I cast Fireball into the middle of the courtyard. Everybody runs to the Fireball. And then I cast it again.
You can cast Fireball?
Yeah.
And I guess I.
That's all of her third level spell slots for the day, but still.
I just
mean-
want to keep it. I just,
Did Eldritch Blast make like a hole in the wall?
say what now?
Could an Eldritch Blast break into the wall?
I mean, if you shot it a lot, this is a stone wall. Pretty thick.
And they might notice that on one side of the castle, someone just
Tremor.
keeps going, Eldritch Blast! Eldritch Blast!
Yeah, they would definitely notice. And
What
keep in
about
mind, you
Earth Tremor?
already saw like hundreds of bullywugs.
Let's do an Earth Tremor.
It wouldn't knock down the walls. You could probably knock over a hut or a tent with
Yeah.
an
Well, we could use it as like a distraction at the same time if we decide to attack the wall or something.
Yeah.
Make everybody poop plan sounds good.
I mean, we could also try a stealth approach. Just give
I
the
like stealth approach better. Maintain her.
give the spider boots to Gabriella. She makes herself look like a lizard folk.
I mean, if you want to distract people, I do have Thunderous Smite, so I could make a sound like thunder that everyone would definitely hear. Well, was it up to 300 feet?
Yeah.
Hey,
Up to
but
300.
like,
So
what's the weather? Like, is it dark? Is it sunny? Because if it's sunny and they hear thunder.
It's drizzling.
Okay, so not disbelievable.
but it would sound really close by. So we could.
And me and Saga can set things on fire with nothing. So.
Flaming sword as well.
Yep. So if we want to create a big distraction and sneak Gabriella in, we could. She could climb in and. Well, I guess she wouldn't even need the boots at that point.
I mean, I'm
Me
thinking.
and Lucky can set fire to some trees or huts.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a thunderous smite along with a flaming sword. We can make it sound like lightning hit something, and then there's a fire to go along with it.
Okay.
Yes, and then you can go in with a disguise while Saga scampers up the wall.
But then that's just the two of us.
Right, but we can at least have some.
What is our goal when we go in there?
Well, we want to see what's going on. I mean, if it's just a bunch of food crates, then we can go in and like sneak somebody in, like Gabriella as a lizard folk, or Bob as a red dragonborn, and he can go in and poison all the food. Great.
Or in the commotion, we could capture someone, and then Gabriella could disguise herself as that person, and have somewhat free reign because she's not a new face. She is someone that they know.
I mean, why don't we just get Gabriella captured without her weapon, and then she can summon it and kill whoever she wants? Like, at that point,
True.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, she can go in unarmed.
Yeah, I don't even have anything on me.
I mean,
Ooh.
it's an equally terrible idea from a realistic point of view, you know.
Yeah.
But at least, you know, we have to get her out. We can, I don't know, send her with a sending stone in her shoe.
I have message, so and you get
Message.
within 120 feet.
What we could do is Gabriella could be disguised as one of the lizard folk from the camp that we slaughtered, the spellcaster lizard folk, Bob could turn red, or Lucky could turn red.
I might not want to show up as a Dragonborn.
Okay.
And all we've seen are frog people and lizard people. We haven't seen humans.
What I'm saying is, if Saga sneaks in from the back,
Mhm.
going up the wall through an arrow slit or something, then you two are acting like you've captured me and Clonk, and you're just marching us in, and you can say, this is an alchemist, they can turn lead into gold, whatever you want to say, you know.
Instead of a red dragon, we turn him into a, what was she colored, blue?
Like Cyan Wrath?
I mean, I think they're going to notice that he's a man.
Sorry, I forgot about that. Well, in black.
I mean, no, how obvious is it to some? Well, no, they're lizards.
Ooh.
It would be obvious to them.
You could turn him blue, and then you could look like Cyan Wrath. So it would just be a pair of blue. Well, Cyan Wrath was a half dragon, right? Not
Yeah.
Dragonborn.
How tall was she?
I don't know, like
No, I got it. I take disguise self. I disguise myself as Cyan Wrath.
No. Because
No.
disguise self only gets you like plus or minus 1 foot in height.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, you'd be.
That's why I was wondering about how tall she was. Like, Gabriella might be able to disguise herself as Cyan Wrath. Saga definitely wouldn't.
she's
My
like
point is that I
6'2".
gotta go, if I'm captured, I gotta go unarmed. I can't be.
You could be a kobold.
I could be a kobold. I could be a kobold who got the cleric's sword and shield too, and won't give them up.
Because Cyan Wrath did travel, or she like worked with the kobolds.
And we
There we
captured
go.
an alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
And Gabriella can go in completely unarmed because
You can actually look like a cultist or Cyan Wrath or anyone else, for that matter.
too many new faces without anybody there is going to set them off, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The issue we have is I wear armor
Mm-hmm.
and Gabriella doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't. Lucky
No.
wears armor.
Well, I mean,
For us
I
to be
have-
captured, it makes no sense for you to leave us in our armor. I can take the Sirocco shield
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and have that.
Okay. So we still have it around.
I can disguise myself as one of the lizard folk because they're a little bit bigger and smarter than
Then a kobold.
a kobold.
If Taco can look like Cyan Wrath, we know that Frulam died in the cave. Cyan Wrath disappeared. She could say that, like, after Frulam died, she went hunting down the party and captured Effie. And so...
They don't know it. They know you.
Okay, sure, but I would be disguised as a mercenary if I put on my circlet of Chris Hemsworth.
Or you could be someone that she brought under her wing. We convinced you to join us.
Yeah, I mean, remember, we don't have to, like,
I mean,
Gabriella
too many-
could
I'm
show
thinking-
up as full red.
Yeah, we don't have to tip our hand either that we have
Or
anything
Furlong.
to do with the party that's been causing trouble.
That's true.
It would be enough for Cyan Wrath or somebody to show up with a captive and a couple new people.
Yeah, and do they even know if what's it called? If
We're gonna be
if Furlong is dead. If they know, do they even know Furlong's dead? We could say that Cyan Wrath was sent here with a prisoner by Furlong.
or Effie doesn't even have to be a bad person. She
That's
could
true.
just be an alchemist that she's hired.
Very
Yeah.
true. Yeah, yeah,
I don't think that the cultists are not paying people.
that's true. Yeah, Furlong sent Cyan Wrath to bring this alchemist to the castle, and then Saga and Lucky are Cyan Wrath's retinue.
Yeah.
Why not?
And you could be a kobold, he could be a,
Chris Hemsworth,
he
sellsword.
could be just a sellsword, yeah.
There's one I know real well.
Oh yeah.
You could.
I mean, it's a plan and it works.
Sure.
Remember what Cyanrath's armor looks like? Can we?
I'm sure I did.
Can she wear it?
Yeah.
So
Or
I'll
would-
make my whatever armor I'm wearing look like hers, and I'll look like Cyanra. She's a
Because you've got the living clothes, right?
No, she's got the.
The
Oh, the cloak of billowing. That's right.
What about that?
She has the Mask of Many Faces invocation, so she can just
Yeah, I can disguise.
Yeah.
at will disguise self.
if I
Okay.
want.
And disguise self will change your clothes as well as an illusion.
I think so. I could present. Wait, am I prestidigitating? I'm not prestidigitating you, right?
No, I'm going in.
Do that
human
for my
form.
clothing if that needs more explanation. I
Okay.
think.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna cast augury on this plan. Is what I'm doing.
You make yourself, including clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends or until you use your action to dismiss it. So, yeah, you could. Your clothing would look like her armor with no issue. It wouldn't give you the protection, but it would look like it.
But I'll have my own armor on, so I'm not
Yeah.
like completely.
Yeah.
I just won't
Yeah.
have the Sirocco shield on me anymore. I'll have given that to Saga.
Okay.
I mean, did Cyanrath carry a shield? If she carried a shield, it's not a big deal.
I think she used a great sword.
Oh, okay.
She did.
Yeah, you gotta have you gotta have two-handed then. Yeah, don't. I
Okay.
can carry it.
I don't. Do I have? Well, let me see. Equipment.
All right, what are you gonna bring in that convinces them that you're worth toting around and feeding?
Well, I have Clonk, and I like the plan of Effie being hired to do this rather than.
I mean, that's not out of the realm. I mean, I'm getting the two confused. She was a weird mad scientist. She was making weird things anyway. I don't
Yeah,
think
so an alchemist.
would be like she hired someone to help her do more weird stuff.
Yeah, an alchemist makes sense for someone like Furlong.
Yeah.
Identify valuables.
Yeah, I can identify.
All right. And
I
I would like to cast augury as a ritual
Okay.
to see if we're all gonna die or if this is a
Sure.
better than trying to sneak in. Anyway, by casting gem inlaid sticks, rolling dragon bones, laying out ornate cards, or employing some other divine tool, you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. The DM chooses from the possible omens: wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for both good and bad results. Nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad. The spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. If you cast the spell 2 or more times before completing your next long rest, there is a cumulative 25% chance for each casting after the first that you get a random reading. The DM makes this roll in secret.
Okay. So what is the specific action you guys are going to take?
I'm going to be casting gears.
Obviously.
I am going to. This is like an opposed to trying to sneak in another way, or and my question would be getting in and getting out.
So you guys were throwing around a lot of ideas. So what was the specific idea you're going to do?
That we're going to sneak in, disguised as Cyanrath
and
Entourage.
Okay.
And her being accepted as as our roles, to try and get to a look at what's going on. And I would say, Cyanrath, you need to, or whoever, Gabriella, you probably need to have a reason that we're getting in and getting out, because I don't think we can lurk there very long. Like, we're there to restock, we're there to look at something, gather a piece of something. Is there anything that we know that they might have?
we went in before they brought that shipment of materials with them, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they don't have that shipment there yet.
You don't know. Probably not, because you guys left before the shipment was sent.
Question, if we asked about something that we know that's in that shipment, would that be suspicious about like, oh, where's the shipment? Or would it give us a reason like, oh, it ain't here, okay, we'll get out kind of thing?
I don't know.
If we were waiting for something specific, then
They'd wonder why we didn't wait.
we would sit there and wait for it.
It would make sense if we were relocating, or if the alchemist were looking for something specific that she needed, that if it's not here, it would be somewhere else.
Okay.
So we know, like, the thing would be like, we know this was taken from somewhere, random widget, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And if we have it, we're going to take it because we need it for Doomsday Device. And if you don't have it, then, well, where the hell did it go? Great, I guess we're going there.
So your augury comes out to Wheel and Woe.
Okay.
And then also Effie, I think. I'm gonna double check what I have sent you. But I think you do know something more about this castle from the things that...
Yes, there was a magic item in it and a sleeping power. It was sent to me by Fawn.
Yes.
Fawn?
Yes.
She's my
Fawn.
favorite. Fawn. And I shared that with the group as we were getting close, because my first thought was there's some sort of sleeping power in the sense of like magical wards, but at the end of the last session when we were talking about it, it means that there might be something sleeping inside the castle that is powerful.
I mean, then why aren't we just investigating that?
Yeah, that seems like a foray. Seems like something.
I will say, Fawn, I didn't send this to you, but I'll. Fawn told you that the magical item is a item that supposedly disappeared. It's kind of mythical, that you don't know much about, but you have heard of it. It's called the Farseer of Ulsk.
Okay. And so she thinks it's in the castle?
Yes. The journal speaks of it.
Okay, well, then that's good, because now we have something specific to be looking for.
Okay, what was it called?
The Farseer. I'm going to type it in here into the chat.
Okay.
Make sure I spelled it right. Of course, you don't know where it is, and you don't know if it's actually in there, but...
And there we get it. If it's not, we leave.
Because somebody has locate. You have locate object?
There
Or
you go.
Gabriella locate object? Somebody has.
Yeah, but you have to know what it looks like.
Oh. That's a good point.
Okay. That's
I have locate object.
You do, okay. I knew somebody did.
Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of that object's location as long as it is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, etc. The spell can't locate an object of any thickness of the lead. Even a thin sheet blocks a direct path between you and the object. So I could find out within 1,000 feet if my loot is there.
You
Right.
can.
So long as it's not blocked by lead.
Right. And it starts eliminating with all the stone. But
I mean, it doesn't.
No, detect magic is limited by stone, I think, but not locate
right.
object.
But if it, I mean, it might be there.
Mm-hmm.
I say go for it.
Yep.
We don't have to pretend to be such a high-profile party either.
Yeah.
True.
If we're just on a mission with Wrath to retrieve this.
So we'll say you guys are losing daylight right now. It's starting to turn to dusk. You've spent probably half the day watching them, and you've spent an hour going over to this side of the castle, and probably you spent a while discussing your plans too.
I mean, it's worth talking about.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just letting you know that the time of day is changing.
Yeah. By the way, at this point, I've got the circlet on, and I've got the Tiamat scabbard on, just in case we come across anyone I don't look so out of place.
All right.
Sounds good. Let's go for it.
Okay.
That means we have to walk back around and then act like we're coming out. Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna walk back around. Go ahead and roll me. This is gonna take another hour. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Oh, or just
The Velvet Crusader, since you're all riding on Velvet Crusader.
Okay.
Okay.
Got an 11.
Okay, that's fine.
Hey, no.
I was like, I thought Sorcha was talking to me for a second. Like, oh, okay.
11 does not work.
Unacceptable, Jen.
Your DCs are terrible.
Okay, so you guys make it back around. And how long does water walking last?
An hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll have to recast it when you get over here. Are you gonna cross back over?
Yeah, we'll go back and.
Or maybe we head up the road some.
Yeah, we need to walk in like regular people if we're playing regular.
Like a little bit to the left of where your mouse pointer is. We come in from
actually,
there.
if we just walk up.
yeah, we just
So you're just gonna walk up on Velvet Crusader this way?
we'll get off the Crusader before we get on like the actual road. Everybody's in their respective attire.
Yeah.
And when we don't see anybody really crossing or anything, then we'll come out and walk on the road up.
Okay. So you do this thing.
And yeah, I don't think we should all be riding on the horse at once.
Yeah, you guys do look a little bit funny on the horse right now.
I don't think Velvet Crusader should be coming with us.
Okay, I find a spot in the woods, and I, because he speaks Sylvan, so I tell him in Sylvan, "You stay here, buddy. I'll be back soon."
Yeah.
I tell Edgar to stay.
Well, you know, Velvet Crusader is the babysitter of the pets.
Yeah,
And
and
I
Gordon.
rolled 10. Edgar doesn't even care.
I give
Edgar
Gordon a
flies
treat
off.
and put him up on the saddle.
Okay. Okay, so you guys walk up. You do notice that some of the lizard folk that are over in this pen kind of look at you, but they let you walk in. They don't seem to take too much notice of you. As you walk by here, some of the bullywugs look at you and kind of give you a dirty look, but don't seem to be bothered by you. How far are you going? All the way up?
Yep.
Okay.
And
you walk-
I'm going to look for a convenient moment to, if I can. Oh, I didn't take it when I did my thing. Never mind. So I don't know if we had enough time. We've talked so much. I don't know if I had time to reset my spells. I was going to cast Locate Object, but I don't know if we had time.
No, we do it when we get closer.
All right.
Okay. So you continue walking. These lizard folk, again, same thing. They kind of notice you, but seem to be going about their business. You get to the gate where you've got 2 lizard folk at the gate guarding the door. What brings you here? He looks you over, all of you, all four of you. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Wait, is he saying like he doesn't recognize who I am?
Yeah, he doesn't recognize you.
Oh.
Take the jacket off for the 80-degree weather outside. And take your backpack off that you obviously didn't want us to notice you were carrying. Because you obviously intend to do something you're not supposed to be doing, and put them both away.
I'll be right back, okay?
Don't run away from home.
Sorry.
You have to use one of those little bandanas on a stick
Yes.
if that's what you can only carry with a bandana on a stick.
No bindles.
You have to have a bindle.
Taco, I think you should take lead as your Cyan Wrath and wear
Yeah, that's
your...
what I'm gonna do. But should I be
Okay.
like, oh, you don't know who I am kind of stance?
I think Cyan Wrath would be more, from what I remember of her, more matter of fact. Like,
Yeah.
she would expect people to question her.
She wouldn't?
She would. I mean, that's part of being a guard.
Right. Okay.
I think like she'd probably expect them to know then like who Fulray is or Furlam is, but not recognize her on sight.
Mm.
So you might be like, we were sent by the wizard Furlam for XYZ.
Okay.
Yes. I like that plan.
By the way, today's potion of bardic inspiration is Twisted Strawberry.
Best.
It's a golden ale with strawberry and lime.
Ooh.
Quite tasty.
I really want my kidneys to wake up so I can indulge again.
Soon, baby. Very soon. We think next week might be his last week of dialysis.
Like,
Sweet.
I also thought of that about last week, so. who
Well,
knows?
they didn't want to on Friday and not have him come back till Monday. So they have to, like, babysit him for a little while.
Sorry about that. I had to go potty. What can I do for you? Okay.
I'd like a burger and some fries and a mint milkshake, please.
I
wanna
don't have any of those things.
I want a taco.
Chamocha shake.
Grab taco dinner. Everyone
Hot
I have coffee left over from Starbucks yesterday. That's mocha.
I have coffee from earlier, and I've been drinking this in wine.
Me too. Coffee and wine.
I'm living my best life.
Yes.
There's nothing like day drinking when you don't have to go to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
So
She works from home. She can work and day drink.
Also, do you have isopropyl alcohol?
Yes.
Because I didn't get any before the plague hit.
Do you need hand sanitizer?
No, I need to be. We were going to set up my printer.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of that. I stole some from work for the printer. I've got
I get some. No, we can't.
yeah, I've got like 2 liters.
All right.
And really, you can always go to ABC Liquor and get what's it called grain alcohol. It's 75.3% alcohol.
can do that.
Yeah, you could use
And
that.
then I can also drink it and not go blind.
Oh
Yeah.
no, you definitely go blind.
No, grain alcohol, you're fine. You thinking wood alcohol?
Okay. So you guys
Them.
approach the guards, and they are asking you what you're doing there.
Good God. I'm here by the...
But they don't. I will say they don't seem like shocked by your presence. They seem like they're just.
It's more of a papers, please type of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what are you doing here?
Okay. We were sent by the magician Forum to receive the Farseer of Iwask. Good God.
I'm sorry. To do what with the Farseer?
To receive it.
Receive it?
Yeah, to retrieve it. And we have this...
Oh, retrieve it. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna turn down the sound just a little bit because I have like crickets going really loud in my ear.
Everything she just said was very awkward.
Okay. Make me a persuasion.
I'm so hot, I need water.
Go drink some water. Have that in abundance.
Skill
The best
We have some long.
quarantine ever. Yes.
7. So 18.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So good job. So they seem to believe you. All right.
Why do we have walls? Nobody else does.
Probably because we're on a phone and they're on computers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a 1080 camera, and it's just probably the aspect ratio.
Okay, so he says, under whose authority?
See, I changed the ratio.
Aura. Justice.
I'm sorry?
She was a sorcerer, right?
Who, Fulrum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, before she says that, I'll be like, I was like, mistress,
Yes.
under her authority. Like, I'll just act really silly, like really dumb, like Crickwood. Like, that's hers.
Okay. All right, I will,
Do you mind if I drop it on the floor?
Give her.
Actually, I don't want.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
okay.
I'll just wait.
Bob ran away.
He doesn't like being questioned.
He doesn't like being questioned. Lucky's gone. He just turned around and left. Okay. So, wait here. I get escort for you.
All right.
And you see him make a motion toward the other guard that's there, who walks inside, is gone for a minute or two, and comes back. And then there are two lizard folk with him that come to follow us.
As you said. Come.
Effie will just continue to look bored and say, it's about time.
Okay. So they lead you. Oh, here comes Bob. Oh, wait a second. What did you just grab?
There was someone at the door. One of my friends sent me an edible arrangement.
Aw,
Aw.
that's sweet. Nice.
Now I want to have beets delivered. Or wings.
I would like you to name a point in your life when you didn't want to have pizza delivered.
When I was working at a pizza place. It would actually take longer.
All
I
right.
could.
So you notice as you walk through the gate. So Bob, what happened is they sent for escorts, and you now have two lizard folk escorting you into the castle.
Okay.
As you notice the front gate, it's a pair of stout wooden gates sagging on their hinges. And the gate is about 12 feet wide and 10 feet high. Sorry.
Is the corridor illuminated?
Say that again?
Is the corridor illuminated? Because
Like in here?
folk, yeah, well, once we get inside, I believe lizard folk have dark vision. But we have a human, and I don't know about cold.
I am a human leading.
It is illuminated. It's dim light.
All right. Then Effie will have her produce flame going, just kind of dancing along her fingers. So we have a lamp.
I will act captured by the flame.
Oh,
Because I'm dumb.
So you do notice the interior walls are made of thin stone and covered in mildew and moss. The walls go up 10 feet to a stone ceiling. In this chamber, the barbican, which is this half circle area here, sloppy mud covers the stone floor of this large chamber. Planks have been laid from the gateway to the causeway entrance. Causeway would be here. To create a 10-foot wide raised boardwalk for people who don't enjoy to walk through the mud. A few tables have been thrown together from planks laid across barrels with crudely made benches for seats. The tables and benches are nearly as muddy as the floor. There are no windows or arrow slits. Dirty oil lamps cast dim light across the room. You do notice that there are a lot of bullywugs in this area. And a couple giant frogs. The guards don't say much to you, but they continue to lead you through this area. So you go through a 180-foot causeway. There's no roof on this causeway, so that the defenders can stand on the upper floor and launch arrows if they need to.
I'm gonna keep an ear out for anyone talking Draconic to see what they're saying, but I'm not going to respond or make it look like I understood them.
Okay. You don't see anybody in the causeway right now, except for you can maybe hear people on the, I believe there is sorry. Yeah, you don't seem to be in the causeway right now. Sorry, just to make sure I'm telling you the right stuff here. All right. So they lead you into this area. Actually, give me 1 second. I just want to check something before I reveal too much. There's a lot of rooms, so I'm trying to make sure how I'm going to lead you up there, okay?
Okay, doc.
It's like, what do I want you to see?
Everything.
all the things.
Okay, so that's here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so they lead you into this area here, the outer ward. The ground here was once hard-packed earth, but the area, hold on. Sorry, it refers to different areas, so I want to make sure I'm like, okay. The area here is very muddy. You see a couple of bullywugs hanging out in this area. But you seem to be being led into this room, which is so much to look up. So this room appears to be a shrine to Tiamat, adorned with a handsome wooden statue of the Dragon Queen. The workmanship is surprisingly good, though most of Tiamat's visages bear a stronger resemblance to lizard folk than to dragons. If you want, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oh, this tastes like it.
So 21.
16.
22.
17.
Okay.
I'll notice.
You don't know what my DC is. It's actually a little bit higher because you guys are being led, so you can't really stop to look at much. But I will say, Saga, you do notice that there appears to be evidence that maybe this wasn't always a shrine to Tiamat. You see just carvings and symbols that might be affiliated with different deities.
Would I, as a cleric, consider this to maybe be slightly desecrated then? Like, would it trouble me to see that?
That Tiamat is here instead of, maybe a little.
Do I recognize them doing anything when they pass it? Like, do they do, like Hail Tiamat or something? Or acknowledge it?
No, they seem to just walk through.
Okay.
I mean, they're walking through respectfully, but...
Right. Like,
I'm going to do whatever little bow they were doing when we were observing the first camp.
Yeah.
Do a modified, quickie version of that, because I'm...
Okay. Sure.
I feel like it's that kind of character. They're very nervous.
Yeah.
If I'm doing Crick.
Yeah.
He wouldn't want to offend.
No, he wouldn't. Crick's so cute. I miss Crick. Okay, so they continue to lead you through this door here to a stairwell. And this is...
Wait, so we're not actually in the castle. This is like...
I think it's more like a fort.
Fort?
You guys are in the castle right now.
Oh, okay.
Can you see my cursor?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are in this room now. They've just led you through the front gate, through this hallway, and into here.
So a castle is a fortified building. What you might be thinking of is a palace, which is more like a really extravagant mansion.
Probably what I'm thinking.
Yeah, this is like a fort.
Well, it's like the outer edges of it.
Okay.
So you enter a room that has a bunch of cabinets that have been, it looks like hacked open and looted a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a small area that looks like it might have been like a little, like there's a small bed, but it's disheveled and doesn't look like it's been used. So they lead you up these stairs. And I'm gonna, I guess I can screen. Give me just a second. I don't think the screen shares yet. Nope, not that one. Okay. Sorry, I just want to get this right. That's probably fine. We're gonna stop the screen share. And we're gonna screen share.
Y'all are so crystal clear now.
Oh, did the screen share like mess up the...
Oh no, it's just when you got bigger.
Yeah, you got, when you had the screen sharing, then everybody moved to the side. Okay.
There we go.
Now we're up in that
So
room.
now you're here.
Mm-hmm.
And this room is... Here, okay. So this room is actually... Oh, no, that's not the room. This room is a chamber that includes a few crates and chests that appear to carry, to hold books. And that is all you can see. As you continue, they lead you this way. Actually, sorry. They do not lead you that way. They continue, there's another set of stairs, and they continue to lead you up the stairs. So that was a really quick screen share. Sorry, I know this isn't terribly exciting watching me bounce between maps.
You're okay.
I'm trying to look at a software for this. Okay. This is right. We'll stop the share again. Share again on, should be this one. Okay, so you come up the stairs here. And now you are in okay. You are in a room where the furnishings are lavish. This office contains a writing desk, several smaller tables stacked with inventories and reports, and 4 beautiful but uncomfortable looking wooden chairs. Also, you see Resmer,
Oh.
who is sitting at the desk
Oh, great.
and appears to be talking to, oh God, hold on.
Gosh, who's Resmer?
He's the black half dragon.
Is the black half
Oh,
dragon.
Yeah.
Yes. Resmer appears to be talking to an elf with long blonde hair.
Is that the one?
And also someone that you guys recognize from Elturel. I can't find the
Oh, there's 2 people?
No, one
No?
of them's familiar.
Okay.
The elf with blonde hair you've never seen before, but you do recognize a figure with long black hair and yellow eyes who's also a pale elf. They're wealthy looking, wearing long blue robes that are expensive with gold and black accents.
Resmir is talking to a elf and a half elf.
An elf and a half elf, yes. Actually, 2 elves. Sorry, 2 elves. One's a blonde elf and one's a black-haired elf.
And the black hair was from Elturel.
Yes, the black hair you recognize from Elturel as one of the elves that was looking at you as you exited what's it called? The high orders. Yeah, the high overseer's quarters, or the castle. You know, the chapel.
Okay.
What's it called? Not the chapel. The keep there.
All right.
All right.
They stop talking as soon as you guys enter the room. All of you are in disguise, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Except
You're not?
Effie.
Actually,
I'm just unknown alchemist, you know.
Was she with us at the High Overseers?
she was. And Resmir recognizes her.
Fuck.
Also, the figure with long black hair looks right at Lucky and seems to recognize him as well.
Do I notice that they notice that they? Do I notice any of this?
No, possibly.
Definitely. Well. I certainly, black-haired one speaks. I certainly didn't expect to see you here.
I'm gonna position myself between the lizard folk and the door.
Yes, well,
Well, you're in Kobold.
Yeah. Yep, I am. I'm gonna act like I am cowering and I don't know what's going on.
Ah, that's a good point.
And it just happens to be that I stay by the door.
Black hair said that to Lucky.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you never know where life's gonna take you.
It's good to see you again, Bisam.
who are they talking to?
Lucky.
Oh, okay. So sorry.
It is good to be seen.
Do you not recognize me? Perhaps it's been too long.
Should I roll to see if I don't metagame?
Sure.
I don't have a confusion set on my sheet, so
I know it's bad.
Rolled a 10.
You don't recognize him. You're like, I know I should.
I got the feeling, but it's I'd wager it's been quite a while since we've last talked. So you'll forgive me for not remembering.
It has been a while. I wonder what happened to you.
Some days, so do I.
It seems Bahamut may have punished you. And it is a punishment.
Every day it is.
I'm hungry.
No, Crick!
I ate Crick. No.
My baby.
Why are you... Go ahead.
If you'll forgive me, just a refresher. What should I call you?
This is delightful. You may call me Zavarian.
Severian.
Yeah, I'll write it down in the chat for you.
Oh, cool. Don't have to figure out how to spell things.
Yes. This is the bonus of having a chat.
Effie will just kind of look confused, like.
Zavarian, sorry. Zavarian.
I can't do it, but I'll have Saga have a slightly amused raised eyebrow.
Okay.
Looking at Lucky and then looking at her and then muting her expression.
So what brings you here, Bisam?
I've been traveling with
Wiki.
this one right here, and we've been sent for a special item.
Sorry, I don't know if because of the connection, but I cut off Lucky midway through
Okay.
him talking and say, "We were sent to receive the Farseer of Ilosk."
Oh, were you now? What do you
Yeah.
know of this item?
Effie will pipe up and she says, supposedly you have it here, and I was sent to identify it as the actual thing and not a knockoff.
I see.
Clover has some interest in it.
Fulfram.
Yes.
That's interesting. Well, we do have the item here, but you'll never see it.
Oh.
No, I'm afraid it's far too valuable for you. And you see him quickly cast a spell, and all of you, everything goes black.
I counterspell it.
Okay, roll for it.
I don't know if that's smart, but I'm doing it.
Sure. Roll for it.
Let me.
And I did look this up because we were really confused. If it's higher than a 3rd level spell, then it is the DC is whatever the spell level is.
Yes.
Plus 10. So if it's a 4th level spell, it's a DC of 14 Arcana check.
Right.
So go for it.
Okay. And I roll a d20. So it was black.
Okay, so your spell fizzles. Everything goes dark.
Spell slot.
Everything goes.
I will cast spell magic.
Huh?
I'll cast a spell magic when it goes dark. I can't see in the dark.
Well, when it goes dark, you are unconscious.
Oh.
Sorry, I should have been more specific. It's not just darkness.
It's everything goes black in the not
Mhm.
the red sense, but with magic.
Yes. And you guys wake up in a room, tied up, with no weapons or armor.
Oh,
And your
bollocks.
spells have been dispelled.
Well,
But you are alive.
yes, that's something.
Is Clonk also in his own set of chains? Because that would be adorable.
Clunk, give me a second on that. I also have to remember where I put you guys.
So our shields, all our armor is gone.
The spells we've cast on ourselves are gone, and our armor.
So the disguised self, your disguised self castings are gone.
Okay.
But
But then
what about,
the
like, our
person
spell
shield
slots?
is missing, whatever armor, large studded leather armor, whatever's gone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Huh.
My medium armor, yours is plate, your cloth armor. Yeah. We've been
Probably took my circlet.
Wow.
Your circlet is no, you still don't have your circlet either.
So I'm in Dragonborn form.
You are Dragonborn, yep.
Are we in chains or ropes?
You're in ropes.
Yes.
Strength check!
Huh?
I said strength check.
Yeah, no, I flex.
Well, you don't have your belt of giant strength.
Yeah, you don't have your belt on.
I will strength check.
No, you don't need a strength check
Why?
because you can just concentrate and have a dagger appear in your hand.
Yeah.
Does it work like that?
Yes.
It really works like
It's a
that.
packed
It's a-
weapon.
Back to the blade, you can just make a weapon. That's why you
Okay,
can
I
walk
thought I
in
had
place.
like attuned to it or whatever, or can I just make whatever weapon I so desire at any moment?
You
Yeah.
can make whatever weapon you desire. That's why I made
Right.
such a big deal out of you being the one who could go in unarmed.
Okay, I make a dagger and
Yeah. So once we all wake up, we make sure no one's watching us. And you
right,
can
right,
do
right, and then I'll do it.
No one is in the room with you. This appears to be an unused chamber. It is dark. They do not have lights on.
Can I see?
You can hear each other. You can't see anybody because it is pitch dark, and you don't have night vision or dark
I do
vision.
have dark vision.
You do have dark vision? Okay. Whoever has dark vision can see